بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. This is Miss Layla Al-Jihani. Inshallah, today we will continue our unit 3. When are you traveling? Inshallah, today we will do our grammar lesson 3. If we want to remember what we have covered in the previous lesson, we talked about traveling. And we learned a lot of new information about traveling. We learned vocabulary. Can you remember some of the vocabulary we use when we travel? Can you tell me? Yes, passport, visa, what else? Credit cards, any other vocabulary? Luggage. What else? Carry on. Excellent, excellent. You remember the vocabulary we use when we want to travel. Okay? Inshallah, today, when someone asks you the question, when are you traveling? You will know how to respond. You will know which tense you're going to use. So by the end of this lesson, inshallah, in our grammar lesson, you will be able to use the present progressive tense in yes/no questions, so you know how to form the questions, present progressive questions, short answers, information questions, I mean the WH questions here. Also, you will be able to use the future with going to and will. So sometimes the present progressive, we use it to talk about the future, not only the present. Also, you will identify and use the infinitive of purpose. يعني إيش? Inshallah, we will see what does it mean, how do we use it during our lesson today. Okay, look at this question. What are you doing now? What are you doing now? This is a question for all of you. What are you doing? Good. I'm listening to my teacher. Excellent. I'm looking at my friend or looking at my teacher. What else? Excellent sentences. I am reading. I am exercising. I am watching TV. I am writing. So great sentences. So the respond, what are you doing now, is what I'm asking about the things that you are doing now. Like for example, I am standing in front of the room. I am speaking English. I am watching a video. This is how we respond to this question when we're asking about something we do now. I'm talking to my friend. Okay? So depend on you. You can answer this question. Also, I can say, what are you doing tomorrow? It's the same. What are you doing now? And what are you doing tomorrow? What are you doing tomorrow? Tell me, what are you doing? I'm going to visit my grandparents. Excellent. I'm going to school. I'm going to read a book. So these are things that you are going to do tomorrow. So we can talk about the future when we use the present progressive. What are you doing tomorrow? These are some of the examples I have. Your sentences were really good sentences. I'm going out with my friends tomorrow. I'm going to study tomorrow. I'm going to cook lunch for my family tomorrow. These are some examples to respond to this type of question. So when do we use the present progressive? When do we use it? Do we only use it to talk about now? Do you remember the question before? We said we can talk about things in the future. We talked about things we're going to do tomorrow, صح? So we use the present progressive for action happening now. Also for definite arrangements in the future. If you made an arrangement, if for example you said I'm going to visit my grandparents, صح? If you call your grandparents and you confirm, you would tell your grandmother, for example, I'm coming to visit you tomorrow. So it's an arrangement. You made an appointment to visit. Okay, it's not maybe, it's definite. For sure you are going. Or maybe I'm going to Abha, for example. Why would you say I'm going to Abha? You already bought the ticket, okay, to go to Abha, or you already prepared your bags to go by car, okay? So for fixed arrangement, definite arrangements, we used going to, okay? My friends are waiting for me at the airport. This is, we're talking about now, okay? Here, my friends are دقيقة. My friends are arriving tomorrow. When you said tomorrow, you're talking about now or future. So here we're talking about the future. Okay, let's see the next slide. Okay. What are some of the common time expressions used with the present progressive? So with the present progressive, we use a lot of time expressions, like now, today. So we're talking about now, okay? But when we talk about the future, when you mean the future, what do you use? You say tonight, tomorrow, next week, after class, on the weekend. So here you are referring to the future, not now, okay? How do we form the present progressive? How do we structure the sentence? Look at the example. My friends are waiting for me at the airport. This is one of the examples you can find on your book, page 24. This is one of the examples. My friends are waiting for me at the airport. طب how do we form it, ya miss? We have the subject here. I, he, she, it, you, we, they. And we have the verb to be. We have I, am, he, she, it with is. You, we, they with are. Plus verb ing. Okay, so you can say she is waiting, we are waiting. Okay, this is how we form the positive or affirmative sentence. What about the negative? Like if we want to form a negative sentence, like here, my friends are not waiting for me at the airport. Not, this is a negative. So where do we put the not? The word, we put it after the verb to be. It's the same sentence, same structure, but we add not after the verb to be. She is not waiting, she is not eating, he is not eating, we are not reading, okay? So that it's a negative present progressive. What about the questions? What about the question? We have the information questions, the WH questions. These questions, I believe you can find it in your book. What are you doing now? What are you doing tonight? So two types. We're asking about now, present, and we're talking about the future here. Okay, so you form the question when you talk about the present and the future using the present progressive in the same way. You have the verb to be and you have the verb ing. بس كيف يا miss? We start with the WH question, the WH word, the information asking word, what, how, when, why, and then we have the verb to be. After that, we add the subject, then the verb ing, and here a question mark, okay? This is how we form the question. What about the yes-no questions? The yes-no question, it's the same. Instead of having the subject in the beginning with the yes-no question, we put the verb to be in the beginning, then the subject, then the verb ing. For example, are you doing the homework now? Is she going with us now? The answer will be yes, she is. No, she isn't. Or yes, he is. No, he isn't. Okay? Now, I want to ask you questions. What are you going to do on your next vacation? Next vacation. Imagine that you are going somewhere next vacation. What is your plans? Do you have any plans for next vacation? What are you going to do next vacation? I'm going to visit family. Excellent. I'm going to a new city. I'm going to Riyadh. I'm going to have English lessons. Okay, so maybe you're planning to do something else in your vacation. Okay, how long are you going to study tonight? Let's talk about tonight. How long are you going to study? Are you going to study today? Are you going to study? If you say yes, maybe. If you're not sure. If you're not sure, are you going to say, I am going to study 3 hours? You are not sure. You will say, maybe I will study 3 hours. Or maybe I will study for 2 hours. But if we go back to the first question, if you didn't make any booking or you didn't pay any institution for your English study, you said I'm going to study English, okay? If you paid someone and like an institution to have English classes, then you say, I am going to have English classes. But if you're not sure, what are you going to do? If it's just plans, maybe you're going to do it, maybe not. Do we use the present progressive? No. What do we use? Will. Excellent. We use will. I will visit my grandparents in Al-Taif or in Al-Qasim or anywhere they are. Okay, so it's not a fixed plan. You didn't buy the ticket. You didn't make the arrangement. Okay, so it's not for sure. So what are you going to do next vacation? I will, probably, it's maybe, go to New York on my next vacation. Did you buy the ticket? Did you buy the hotel reservation? Did you pay the hotel? Did you have anything? لا. It's just a plan. Maybe it will happen. Maybe لا. صح? How long are you going to study tonight? I'm not sure, but I will probably stay home tonight. Okay? Maybe I will stay home tonight, or probably I will study for 3 hours. Okay? 4 hours. Okay. Look at this sentence. Maybe my friends will wait outside. So how do we form, this is something we talk about the future using will, to talk about arrangement which are not fixed, not definite, okay? So how do we form the sentence using will? We have the subject, then will. Here we have the verb, no ing, only the verb infinitive, okay? We don't add anything to the verb. So future with going to and will. We use the verb to be plus going to talk about plans, present progressive, plans fixed, definite, with arrangements. But here we use will plus maybe or probably for uncertain or indefinite plans. So here you didn't make any reservations, you didn't make any bookings. So this is a maybe. When it's a maybe, you use will. When it's sure, you use the present progressive. Okay? What are you going to do on your vacation? I'm going to travel to Europe. Okay? I'm going to travel this year. Okay? This is for sure. You already made the arrangements. That's why you are using the present progressive. Where will you stay? So do you know where are you staying? Maybe I will stay with friends. This is because you didn't make any booking, you didn't contact anyone to have a sure or affirmative answer. I probably won't stay in a hotel. Won't stay in a hotel. This is the negative, sorry. This is the negative. دقيقة. This is the negative from will. When it's a negative, you say won't, not will. I won't stay. Probably I probably won't stay. This is the negative. This is how we form the negative with will. Okay. What about the last part in your book? here, the grammar related part. Infinitives of purpose. يعني إيش يا miss? Look at the sentences. I'm going to KSA to visit relatives. He got up early to catch the plane. Okay? When do we use the infinitive? We use the infinitive to say why people do things. Like here. Why did he got up early? Why did he got up early? To catch the plane. This is the reason. This is the answer to the why. Okay? Why are you going to KSA? To visit relative. This is the answer to the why question. So we explain, we use the infinitive of purpose to explain why are people doing things. Okay? I'm going to the store to get some milk. Where is the infinitive of purpose? Can you look at the sentence and tell me where is the infinitive of purpose? Here, in the previous one, we said the infinitive of purpose is to visit, to catch. We answered the why, صح? طب what about here? I'm going to the store to get some milk. Why are you going to the store? The infinitive of purpose is excellent, to get some milk. So to get is the infinitive of purpose. Okay? Look at these statements. Okay? We have go, drugstore, the drugstore, study, English, writing, that list, use, the dictionary, surf, the internet, leave, now. Can you form questions using why? Can you start writing questions using these words, starting with why? Like, for example, I prepared two, then you can do the rest of it. Why are you going to the drugstore? We have go, drugstore. So why are you going to the drugstore? To get some pills. This is why I'm going to the drugstore. Why are you writing this list? To remember something, for example, so I won't forget what I should buy, what I'm supposed to buy, okay? So look at it, ask your friends questions, look at your friends, do it in pairs, form the questions using the present progressive, and your friend will answer using what? Using I will or using present progressive? No. He will use or she will use the infinitive of purpose. She said to buy some milk, to study for the exam. Okay? So she will write she will respond or he will respond to the question using to plus the infinitive. Okay? The infinitive of purpose. Pause the video, start practicing with each other. If you're done, we can move on to page 24. We have this part, this exercise. Ask and answer about flight times, arrivals, and destinations. So we have two tables. This is for the arrivals and the other ones for departures. صح? We have the flight. We have this flight number and it's from where. And when is it arriving, and the gate number. So you have the gate numbers, the times, it's coming from where, the flight, and this is the flight numbers. صح? طيب, we have another one, departures. The flight that leaving the airport. We have the flight, where is it going to, departing, and the gate numbers. طيب, we have this in front of us. صح? What does he want you to do? He wants you to ask and answer questions. Look at the table and try to ask questions. What time is flight 270 arriving? So you have to, arrivals, you have to 2720. Yes. When is it arriving? It's arriving 9:45. So you have to go back to the table to answer. It's arriving at 9:47. Where is it coming from? It's coming from Dubai. Okay? What time is flight 239 leaving? So you have to look at the departure, not the arriving, the departure, the one in blue. It's leaving at 10 o'clock. What gate is it going to depart from? It's going to depart from gate D22. So look at the two tables and try to make up other questions. This is a speaking practice. I want to see how do you form the questions using present progressive to ask about the flights, okay? When is flight, let's see, when is flight TP987 leaving? So you will say 11:30 a.m. From which gate? You will say C15. Can you try to look at the tables and try to make up questions, make up more questions and ask your friend, and then your friend will ask you questions about the tables, okay? Sorry, it's this way. Okay, that's it for today. Your homework is gonna be page 102, okay? What we have covered today, we covered the present progressive. Okay, how do you form the present progressive? Using questions, information question, yes, no questions, short answers. The negatives, we know how to form the negatives and the positive sentences. Also, we learned to differentiate between the present progressive and will when we speak about the future, right? Also, we learned the infinitive of purpose. When I ask you a question, why are you leaving now? To check something, okay? To buy some food, okay? So you answer with the purpose. We call it infinitive of purpose. So that's it for today. Thank you for listening. Inshallah, I will see you next class. Don't forget to do your homework and good luck.